Hey everybody, it's me. I'm finally back doing another video. I am currently walking through near where I live because where I'm going isn't actually too far. I'm going to attempt to camp out during the Aurora Borealis. I really had to think about how I was saying that. I was annoyed because I was supposed to go out last night and then my plans changed. And unfortunately they were stronger last night, but it's still meant to be good tonight, but not as good, but we'll see how it goes. Basically, I tried to film 2 videos and they didn't go to plan, and then I had an issue with my computer, so I couldn't use it to edit for a month, and then I was on holiday, and then more recently I've had a change of work circumstances, which has actually worked out very well. So just getting the time and things going wrong, but hopefully now I should be able to post every week. Imagine that. But anyway, so where we're going is an old, what's the word? Mesolithic Fort. I'll have to go on my phone and redo this and pretend I knew what I was talking about, or maybe I'll just keep this bit in. But basically it's one of the highest spots in the town, and it's very close to where I live. But yeah, let's just get there. So this is just the other side of the fort. You can come up through the forest, or you can actually come up through one of the cul-de-sacs near where I live. So I normally come up through the other way, but this is the most scenic way you could go. But yeah, it's just a small woodland. I haven't actually done any camps in this particular forest because they've never really worked out particularly well. So this is Mountsandel Fort. It is one of the oldest human settlements in the island of Ireland. Isn't that mad? And essentially all it is this big mound of grass. They found Stone Age tools here in the 70s and stuff. It's quite interesting. I'm not going to bore you with all the details because it's something you can look up on your own. But I thought it would be a good place to try and see the Northern Lights, because it is completely clear. There's not much street lights here or anything. Let me just spin you around here. Yeah, like we have this beautiful clear sky here. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. It was like I said before, the Northern Lights were really clear last night. Yesterday was the 10th of October, so anyone in the UK knows how good they were. And of course I didn't camp when I was supposed to, so I was quite annoyed at myself. So there's a decent chance tonight, although not as good. So I thought, you know what, why not come up here and take my chances. It's about 5:45 now, so it should start to get dark soon. And then I will set up my camp. I don't want to do it too early because a lot of people walk their dogs here. Me and Nicola actually walk Benson here quite often. So I don't want to be camping, having a dinner, and people walking past with dogs. I know no one cares. And, you know, I've been caught by the police now, so really nothing phases me, but it's still a little bit embarrassing. So, yeah. Just really waiting for it to get a little bit darker now. I'm just debating where I should camp. This area is pretty flat, but a lot of people obviously, as you've just seen, will walk up this path cut across from here over to where I originally came in. But it's a good flat bit. I might camp over there, but it doesn't look as flat. The rest of this is kind of low-lying and doesn't look as flat. There is a little bit here, maybe. Sorry, I realise you can't see where I'm pointing. There's a little flat bit there that might be okay, but we'll see. How nice is the sun just reflecting off these trees. Golden hour is always the best. Just dandering around the fort. I'm doing a time lapse of the sunset, so you will see how that went. So yeah, so the Northern Lights last night, wow, amazing. God, I regret not going out. I actually got a great time lapse from our back garden, which I will insert now. Hello again. Yeah, so I want to recreate that, but there's no street lights here, so it should be really good. Now, they did say there's a lower chance, and there's also a bit of cloud and potentially rain coming in tonight, so this could be a complete bust, but this is the best chance I have, so let's hope we get it, because God, I was annoyed last night because I planned to go out last night, and then it was in the family group chat. Nicola's sister put up a photo, and I was lying in bed with a cup of tea, and I was like, no. But ah well, it is what it is. So the sun is disappearing over the skyline. There's my bag there. I'm going to set up here, despite it being between the two sort of entrances. I feel like less people will be around now. I wanted to go over there, but it's not quite flat enough. I think I said that already, I can't remember. But I'm really tempted to start setting up, but at the same time there's still going to be people walking, and I don't really want to be setting up the tent and people are like, oh hello. I'm just like, ah hello, I'm a local nutcase. But I think I'm just being paranoid. People don't really care. I think that's what I'm learning. People just do not care what you're doing. Like I was talking to a woman earlier, and she was just like, oh, you're doing YouTube? Well, that's really interesting. And, you know, we had a quick chat about it, and that was it. She hasn't gone home. Straight onto Neighbourhood Watch. She's like, there's some young man having fun out there. Call the police immediately. So, yeah, I think this is my own paranoia. But, yeah, I might set up. I don't know. We'll see. Yes, also I meant to say thank you for everybody that has sent me a comment or a message or an email just asking how I am. It's funny, I didn't upload for 2 months and I didn't think anyone would notice, but quite a few of you did, so that's very nice. But no, nothing bad happened, just not getting the time. But yes, that all ends at least. So I'm glad I didn't set up, because there's a couple of people here. There's a woman walking her dog over there, which is fine, and then there's this other guy on the phone. Thought nothing of it. And then I heard him say something along the lines of, oh, are we doing the hill sprints here? And I was like, oh, please don't tell me there's going to be a squad of gym bros coming doing hill sprints. But he's going somewhere else, so maybe not. I was like, that's the last thing I needed. This person's still walking their dog around here, but I thought I'd commit to the first thing here and get my chair out. I'm not going to bore you about my chair. Anyone that's watched my channel knows I love this chair. This is probably still my favourite thing. It's so easy to set up, I love it. I'm sure everyone else's favourite piece of camping equipment is something actually, you know, a lot more practical than a chair, but I'm a simple man with simple pleasures. Lovely. You're probably never going to see this on camera, but there is bats flying around. I don't know if you can see that or not. Well, this is just bloody fabulous, this. Just me on a big mound of grass with nothing but bats for company. Okay, so it is about 7:15 now. It is relatively cold. It's quieter than it was. There's a few kids lurking about here or there, just passing through, so I was just going to wait a little bit longer before we set up, and then we'll be good to go. So I don't know why I'm so out of focus. It's trying to track my face, but all it's doing is blurring my face. Maybe the camera thinks I'm ugly. Okay, you'll have to excuse this absolutely terrible lighting setup. I've got like a torch there, a lamp here, and I've got a torch at this. This is the best I could do. So, here I've got this little torch. So I'm just using my little Highlander tent for this one. My favourite little tent. And what I'm excited for is I got a decent sleeping mat, but I haven't been able to use it with this tent yet. So that's exciting for quite a cosy night. I'm going to skip to this being built because you can't really see a thing anyway, so this isn't fun for anyone. Okay, we got set up. I don't really want to admit how long that took me to do because I couldn't see a damn thing. And I got this new lantern, but because it throws light in every direction, it kind of made it harder to see what I was doing because I was also getting blasted in the face with light. But anyway, it's like 8:15 now, so I really need to get some food on the go and then I'll set this thing up inside. Okay, I am set up in some way. Bag's just sitting here. Got the lantern just hanging up beside me, and I'm going to try and make some dinner. Now, this probably won't be as good as quality as the way I normally do it because I can't really see particularly well, but we will give it a go. So I'll show you what I've got. Okay, apologies for this horrible angle. It's probably the best way for me to do it right now. Now, I remember my last video all that time ago, my gas was getting low, but I forgot about that since then. So let's see. Yes. I need to boil some water for what I'm making. Oh. That'll do for now. I'm not entirely sure how much you need, so I'd rather do too little. Oh, that water tastes like soil. So I'm just using a little enamel cup to boil water in because I can't find my pot or anything. So anyway, dinner. I am having this thing. It's a pasta bolognese by a company called Rello. Does it Relio? Rello? I've had a few of these and they're not too bad. So Nicola, doing what she does on social media, will get sent random things like this to try. So it's basically like a meal in a bag, but it's meant to be for tracking your macros and all that health and fitness sort of stuff. But I thought it's stodgy in a bag. I could just fold it, stick it in a cup of boiling water and heat it like you would those like ration pack type meals. So we'll see what that's like, and then I'll just eat it out of the bag because I need to use this pot to keep boiling water in. And yeah, we'll see what it's like. I don't know. The other ones are okay.
but you're supposed to microwave them technically, so I could be cooking this in a terrible manner, but yeah, we'll see. Sorry, I was just checking the gas. I think we're okay.
That is what we're working with. Do not try this at home. I'll not keep it in there too long. If it's tepid, it's tepid. I'll live.
I'm not gonna lie, this looks horrific. And the spoon I'm using is very small. Sorry, the fork I'm using is very small. So I always bring these little things that you get from Nando's if you ever get a takeaway. If you ever get a takeaway Nando's, you get a little wooden fork and a knife. That wooden fork's a bit longer. So I'm going to use that to dig into this because I am going to make a bloody mess. And I think... So I'm sure you can appreciate how awkward this is to film, but that's what it looks like. A big stodgy mess. Let's see. Oh, there's like a big meatball in it. Lovely. The level of heat that's in this, it's as if someone's heavily breathed over it. Wow. These are spectacularly average. Wow. This is grim. Doesn't smell of anything, and it doesn't particularly taste of anything either. I haven't got the pasta yet. It must be in the bottom. Where the hell's the pasta? When you're hungry enough, anything tastes good. Some people don't get to eat, so I can't complain. I'm gonna finish this and get back to you, because you don't want to watch me talking for a mouthful for the next 10 minutes. Do I have food in my face? Can't tell. I had food everywhere. I ended up scrapping the fork and just squishing the packet, and I was like all up my face, all over my hands. I'm glad I had those wipes with me because I hate having stuff around my face. Yeah, so it is getting bloody cold. It is 10 to 9 now. It's taken me forever to get myself set up, but I do have the obligatory Pepsi Max Cherry, because some things never change. Cheers, guys. But yeah, despite it being pitch black and freezing cold and in the middle of a built up area, I'm actually glad to be out again. It has been a while. It has been a while. Oh fuck, I'm not in it. Fuck's sake. So yeah, as I say, it has been a while. Well, just over 2 months. So 2 months ago, I tried, what did I try to do? Yes, I tried to record a video. It was actually the first video I tried to record in this forest, and it was down the other end, near the river. I saw this cool spot, and I was like, oh, I can camp by the river, that's great. When I got there, I realised the ground was kind of hard, like it was like rubble. It used to be like land they were going to develop, but they never did. And then I noticed there was like fire pits everywhere, and beer bottles and stuff. I didn't really feel comfortable camping there once I saw that, because obviously this was still the middle of summer. So I was thinking, oh great, a load of teens are going to come down and start drinking. I looked for another spot, couldn't find one. By then I was kind of getting annoyed. So I just gave up, went home. Didn't do that one. Then there was another video. I don't know if it was before or after that, a few weeks later. I also ended up not being able to do. And I can't remember why. Then there was another one where I was supposed to do a video and then I had to go to work and it messed everything up. But I don't know. But yeah, so then that all happened. And then around that same time, no, about a month later I think. No, when would that have been? Oh, it doesn't matter. Anyway, my computer messed up and it was so stupid. It had an update, part of Windows 11 or whatever Windows is the newest one, I can't even remember. and basically the update meant that my computer didn't recognise my fingerprint anymore, and because of the update my PIN wouldn't work, right? So I couldn't get into my own computer, right? But it's still on the Wi-Fi, so it took me to the Microsoft help page, and I basically had to sign into my Microsoft account, which is basically what you're doing on your computer. But to do that, because it wouldn't accept my PIN, I had to put my security information in, and of course, as usual, I can't remember my memorable word or anything like that. So it had done a backup to a mobile number, and of course I completely forgot it was my old mobile number, so I didn't have access to that, and there's nothing I could do. So I had to reset my security information to a different email address, but for security reasons that takes 28 days. So for 28 days I could not get onto my own computer. It was so annoying. So there was that whole thing. So I couldn't edit videos, and I thought, well, I could edit them on my phone, but that's a disaster. So I didn't really feel like doing videos then, because I knew I couldn't put them out. So that was all fine. In between all that, we went to Norway, which was great. So obviously I didn't record when we went to Norway, and then we came back and we were supposed to go down south. That also fell through. But anyway, so I was off for 2 weeks. And then, so I didn't do any videos then. And then I got back to work, and I was like, right, well, I'll start videos in a few weeks' time. And then my work situation changed. So that was a kind of time when I was like, oh crap. And Nicola actually was in between jobs as well. So our potential income really went down, so we were kind of stressed out about that. So I didn't do any more videos then. But since then, I am now working sort of part-time from home, doing bits and pieces for a few people, doing a bit of editing and stuff, which is kind of what I want to do. And Nicola's actually landed a great job and works from home as well. So we're both working from home in a better situation than we actually were before. I am much happier as well for it. So it kind of all worked out well. But yeah, so sorry for me rambling on, but that's a quick explanation as to why I haven't been around for a couple of months. But yeah, as I say, working from home means I have my own schedule, and it kind of means I can upload at least one video a week. I can probably do 2, but I don't want to keep leaving Nicola on her own all the time, do you know what I mean? So I think 1 video a week is something I can easily do. So that's what I'm going to do. So there you are. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. So we are going to make an attempt to get all the sleeping bits in so I can relax, because it is getting so bloody cold. But I'll just quickly show you this while I'm here. There is Coleraine Town in County Derry or Londonderry. I don't care what you call it, but whatever. But yeah, it's quite nice. This kind of reminds me of like any scene in like a Hollywood film where the protagonist has like got out of their car on like a cliff top that overlooks downtown LA. Do you know what I mean? And they're like in the car park looking over the scenery, chatting about something. I feel like I'm mumbling, but you know what I mean. Anyway, let's get back to this. Okay, so what have we got? We have got caramel buttons and a packet of very squashed McCoys. I'm glad I have these. This would have been much more satisfying than that bloody bolognese I just had. What's that? Spare pair of socks. What else is in here? What's this? Oh, my tarp's in there, but I don't need that. Okay, I think that's what I need out of there. I've got my camping blanket. It was kind of cold. I probably should have bought a sleeping bag, but oh well. And then the only thing I have in here, because it's so huge, is my relatively new camping mat. And oh yeah, my pillow which I have in a random packing bag because I couldn't find anything else for it. And a plastic bag for my rubbish. And is that it? I feel like there should be something else in here. No, that's it. I packed quite light, despite the size of my bag. The problem is this sleeping mat is just so big. But whatever, what can you do? Right, that's the matting. It's been folded up for a very long time, so I feel this is going to be a while before it kind of springs out into shape. But I love this thing, it's mega comfortable. It's a tad short in length, I feel, but it'll do. So I'm feeling quite annoyed at myself because I didn't realise I've been using the gimbal light because it's quite bright, but I didn't know it was this bright. I've been using this light like this, hang on, there. So I've been using it on that brightness, not realising it can go up again, up again, up again, up again, and that's it. So look at all the light I could have been throwing around me, and instead I was using that. Okay, I'm just going to make myself a cup of tea. I've got some of the water I had from before that I put that bolognese thing in. Just make sure there's nothing floating in it. No, well, there's a tiny fly in it, but that's fine. I'd rather that than any of the bolognese, if I'm honest. Okay, let's get you back on. I don't know if there's enough in there, if I'm honest. There might be. But I'll add some more anyway, just to be sure. Where have I put my tea bag, so you can't see any of what I'm doing, but I'm frantically trying to find everything. Ah yes, my random bag of crap. So I'm not going to have coffee because I kind of started a bit late. I think I have tea bags in here. Yes, I do. I have no idea what these tea bags even are. I mean, I know it's obviously black tea, but I have no idea what brand it is. I feel like it's M&S, but I can't remember. I have got loads of these UHT milks again that I always have, that, as I tell everybody, every time you go to McDonald's, to say you want milk afterwards and they'll give you some of these. And these are just really handy for camping. I can't praise these little milks enough. Well, I probably should check the date on them. The 18th of the 8th, 24. Well, balls, that's out of date. I mean, it's UHT milk at the end of the day. Does it really go out of date? 22nd of the 9th. Well, that's the best one. I mean, the annoying thing is I have loads of these, and none of them are in date. That's funny. What's this one? Oh, this is a fun game, isn't it? 1st to the 9th. No. 1st to the 9th. Okay, so the winner is the 22nd of September, I guess. Oh, unless this one's a good one. The 28th of the 8th. God damn it. What I was going to go on to say was that I have loads of these milks because whenever we were in Norway, we were on a cruise and they put some of these in your room. Even though you could get tea and coffee on the ship, you got tea and coffee facilities in your room, but it was like just crap coffee and crap milk. And on the last day, I just lifted like 10 of these and just left. So classy. But yeah, talking about Norway, lovely place, loved it. We went to a village called Olden, which is in the fjords. It's probably the most amazing place I've ever been in my life. And they have a right to roam camping rule, so you can just camp wherever you like, unless there's a sign implicitly telling you, but there's pretty much none. I mean, in Northern Ireland, it's technically illegal to camp anywhere. Like, this is technically illegal. It's a civil offence, so nothing will happen, but in Norway, you can just camp wherever the hell you like. Isn't that great? Such a nice country, people were so nice, scenery was unreal, loved it. But my point is Nicola vlogged that trip, so I know I put up a post like a month ago now telling her she's putting it up. But if you check out her channel, I'll link it in the description, you can check it out. You also get to see me, woo! So if you're watching this just for me for some reason, there's plenty of me over there as well. But yeah, she's a lot nicer than I am though, so you see a funnier side to me on her channel, not the grumpy camping version of me that you see here. Well, the milk didn't come out like cream, so that's something. So my tea, let me see, can I open this? Tastes like tea. Doesn't have any out of date UHT milk chunks in it, so that's something. Oh wow. Oh, it is cold now. Although I'm warmer now that I'm sort of half in the tent. Obviously this tent, with it being so small, I can't really sit up in it very well, so I'm kind of lying in it with my legs out the front. But it's just a little bit more of a shelter, so I can get my words out. So now I'm going to eat some spicy chickens Thai. What? What am I trying to say? Thai sweet chicken McCoys, which is basically the second half of my dinner because my dinner was so crap. Also, I meant to say the calories in that spag bowl thing was like 220. There's hardly any calories in it. Is it any wonder I'm starving? So I'm going to eat these, and then I'll have another cup of tea a little bit later on, and then eat those, which will probably be at about 11:30 at night, but sure, whatever. But yeah, so I'm just going to kill some time by watching some YouTube. And yeah, I'll come back to you a little bit later. It's clouding over at the minute. I've got the GoPro outside taking a wee time lapse just on the off chance, but I'm not expecting anything yet, so I think we'll hopefully get some Aurora stuff a bit later on. Hopefully, but we'll see. Okay guys, it's about 11:15 now. Funnily enough, 3 guys just randomly come up here, look at the view and then leave again. So I was just kind of like, hello. It's very random. I'm sure they're wondering what the hell's going on. But yeah, it's still not that starry at the minute. It's still quite cloudy as well, so nothing yet. But I am going to retire for the night. I'll try and get some shots. I'm going to relax for a bit. I'm going to bring the GoPro out, different angles, and see what I get. But I'm not going to sleep yet, basically. So. Okay, wow, that really is terrifying. I look like a villain, super villain or something. Let me just move that up a wee bit. There we go, that'll do. Right guys, well it's about 12:15 now. It's been pretty cloudy so far, so we'll see how it goes. It's meant to clear up at 3, and that's when we have the small chance we have. That's the window we have, so we'll see. I'm going to put the GoPro out the front. I'm just going to poke it out the front of the tent and just plug it into the power bank, and then the power bank can stay inside and the GoPro can be poked out, and then it'll just record all night. And if we get it, we get it, and if we don't, we don't. But we'll see what happens. But either way, we've had fun. So hopefully this video hasn't been too sort of rushed. Obviously I haven't been able to show things properly because it's been so dark, but anyway, hopefully in the next 10 seconds or so you're going to see amazing Aurora Borealis, or maybe you'll just see regular nighttime, maybe you'll see nothing, who knows. But anyway, unless something interesting happens in the middle of the night, I will see you in the morning. Good morning guys, it is just after 6 and as you can probably hear, it is tipping it down. It has been for the last hour and a half or so. I've had an absolutely awful night's sleep, and the most annoying thing about it is I was drifting off, and then I'm going to try and show you in a second here, but it must have been, what time would that have been, about 1:15? and I just put a podcast on to fall asleep to, and I was like literally half asleep, and it like I jumped. There was 2 guys walking around the mount with a really high powered torch, but they kept shining it at the tent, because obviously they must have wondered what it was. But I was just like, what the hell? And they kept shining it in. I could hear them laughing and joking and like chatting. So of course then that put me on edge. So I was kind of like trying to peek out, and then once I thought the coast was clear, I sort of got out, didn't get out of the tent, but I sort of sat up at the door, and they were like in the forest, like shining it everywhere for ages. So then that really put me on edge. So then I was kind of like waiting to see what would happen. They finally left, and then I just couldn't sleep after that. Like it really disturbed me. I wasn't scared or anything, but I was just like, I couldn't sleep then because I was kind of like really awake, and then I just couldn't settle at all. And then it started raining, and then the wind was really bad as well last night for a while, so I thought the whole tent was going to bloody blow away. Because I was slightly short on pegs, so I decided not to put a peg in on this side of the tent. So of course that side of the tent was flapping like mad. But anyway, whatever, it is what it is. I'm going to wait for this rain to go, or try and cease, or whatever I'm trying to say. I'm waiting for the rain to stop, hopefully, and then we'll see what happens. But yeah, great night's sleep. We'll quickly check to see what the weather is doing. 100% chance of rain. Fab. Now I'm right in the middle of this crap. Yeah, it's not looking good. Okay, so I've just banjaxed the tripod like that. So I've got a little bit of space that I can boil some water and have a cup of coffee, because it's still too dark and too wet and too cold to do anything else. So I'm just going to wait another little bit, enjoy a coffee, try and warm up a bit, and then I'll start packing up to get away. Okay, water is boiling. I'm having to hold this because the wind's going to make it fall over. I've got my coffee bag ready. This is a bit ropey. I wouldn't recommend this, especially so close to the tent as well. Definitely do not do this. Okay, I have managed to just about boil water. And just about managed to stay dry. And someone has actually appeared in the middle of that mount, and they're like running around in circles. So yeah, this place is busier than I ever thought it would be, considering the time of day and how wet it is. The rain has eased off for a bit, and it's about 20 to 7 now, so sunrise is in an hour, but I mean it should start getting light in the next 20 minutes or so, shouldn't it? So I'm going to start packing up, I think, but I'm going to try and pack everything up inside first. Like I should be able to pack up everything because my bag's just at the side here. I should be able to pack up everything in one go in here, and then obviously the tent is soaked, but I'm not too far from the house, so what I might do is just wrap the tent up and just strap it to my bag and just get home, and then I can dry it out when I get in, because there's no point me putting the tent in the bag to walk 10 minutes to then have to throw it into the shed to dry out. So also means it's quicker. So yeah, any excuse to be lazy. Trying to do this in such tight quarters is not enjoyable. As you can hear, it's still absolutely bucketing it down, and yeah, so I'm basically doing my best to try and pack everything up in here, but I'm hoping the rain goes off a little bit when I actually have to go outside to get this, because I'm going to get absolutely soaked. That's the hardest job done. It's we're not getting any better out here. It's the wind as well. But I've now got my bag in here, and I'm doing my best in the very cramped space to try and get all this in. So I'm really dreading having to go out there and get the tent down. We are out. Oh my god, the weather's horrific. Doesn't feel as bad once I'm out in it, but yeah, it's not ideal. I've got everything packed away. It's just the tent itself. I'm just trying to keep everything dry as I bring it out. Well, as dry as I can anyway. But anyway, I'll put the camera down and I'll come back to you once I'm packed up. Sorry I can't show you things properly, but it's just too wet to be doing it like that. I don't want to wreck all my stuff. See you in a minute. Okay guys, we are packed up. God, that was awful. I'm very wet. Very, very wet. But anyway, nothing left but 2 bags and a completely flat piece of grass. No rubbish left behind, which is just what we want. But yeah, let's get home, eh? So, how do you rate the first camp back? Was it quiet? No. Was it dry? No. Did I manage to see the northern lights? No. Did I get a good night's sleep? No. But did you have fun? Well, I guess. Oh dear, right, let's get out of here. And just like that, we are leaving the forest. I apologise for the rushed nature of the end of that video, just with it being dark and all. It's so hard to film. I need to get a different lantern. That one spreads the light out too many different directions, doesn't really work for what I need it for. But anyway, this is why I always like to film a lot of my camping stuff in the light and then do less when it's dark instead of doing it all when it's dark, which I know isn't really the point of stealth camping. But this wasn't a stealth camp. But anyway, doesn't matter, I'm rambling. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a like, please follow, and all that guff that I normally say. And yeah, I'll be back much sooner than my last absence. And thanks for your messages again, and I will see you in a week, hopefully. Bye bye.